First and foremost, like I said, every Jew has to have a set amount of time where they are learning every day. No matter what your schedule is. You have to have a set amount of time that you're learning every day. Men should have twice a day that they're learning at least, morning and night. If that means you have to wake up a little early or you have to go to work a little later, bottom line is you have to make a little bit of time in the morning to get started. Half hour, an hour, 2 hours, depending what your schedule is. If you leave everything to the night, you're already making yourself too vulnerable. The Satan is going to destroy you. By the time you get home, you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to be able to study. By the time you study, it's Tuesday, 2037. You haven't studied in 30 years. It's not going to work out so well. You're making yourself too vulnerable. You have to have a couple of times. I know I fight the same battle a couple of times. So you have to have a couple of times. Ladies, Baruch Hashem, the Satan doesn't fight you as much for learning Torah, but you have to make sure that you're learning quality Torah, and not just some nice speaker that makes you laugh. A lot of times the ladies like to listen to people that are nice speakers, but they're not advancing in their ideology. They're not advancing in their avodat Hashem. They're listening to the nice speaker. They giggle a little bit, but nothing really changes. She's still immigrated. She's still having all the emunah issues she has. She still has anxiety through the roof. Nothing really changes. You have to listen to strong speakers. For men too. You have to listen to strong speakers simply because those are the speakers that are going to move you. If after the end of my shiur you're not moved to, and inspired to do something significant in your life, we failed. If all you did is laugh and giggle, we failed. If I wanted to make you laugh and giggle, I'll send you to a comedy show. You know, it's nice to make you laugh and giggle here and there to break up a little bit of the tension, but in reality, you're supposed to be improved version of yourself. If the speaker that you're listening to is not making you into an improved version of yourself, if you're not desiring to become more modest, desiring to have more yirat shamayim, desiring to have more emunah, desiring to do more for Hashem, to pray more, to do more every day, we failed. We have to try harder next time. So you have to make time to learn that Torah. Now, of course, the more kids you have, the more stuff you have, the more difficult it is to learn Torah, but you have to make time. Especially if you're young and you don't have kids yet, or you only have one or two, don't misuse that time. Take advantage of that time, try to learn as much as possible. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to need it to hold you up for all those sleepless nights you're going to have when the kids start requiring more of your time. So you have to make time to learn Torah. 2, you have to start accepting the test that Hashem sends you with love. And I don't mean just say Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem, we can have a machine do it. You can just get a button, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. We don't need to do Baruch Hashem. We need to believe Baruch Hashem. Meaning, when the tests come, don't default to complaining. A lot of times problems happen, first thing people do, complain. That's not a default reaction that's desirable by heaven. The default should be, okay, Baruch Hashem, I have to do something better in order to improve the situation. Baruch Hashem that it's happening, something good will come out of this. Baruch Hashem, somehow this is the best. Like, you have to start looking at things from a slightly different perspective and not default to complaining. Both men and women. You have to look at things in such a way where you have to look at it and say, okay, what good can I see in this now? How could I give Hashem kaf zchut? You had a deal set up for Monday morning signing. $100,000 was going to change your life. On Monday morning, instead of getting $100,000, you get a phone call. Yes, appointment's canceled. Why? He does not interested in doing a deal with you anymore. All your plans to build a new house, all your plans to move to a new community, all your plans to buy all types of stuff, in the garbage. You now have to find kaf zchut for Hashem to say why this loss of a deal is good for you. Who wants to go first? Million different reasons of why. 1, the client could be litigious. Meaning you were going to make $100,000, but he's going to sue you for $500,000 2 months later. 2, the money is not kosher. 3, you don't know how to handle money. 4, someone was going to rob you and kill you for the money. And the list can go on and on. 5, if you'd have done this deal, his competition that was going to give you $1 million deal was not going to sign with you. And a million other ways of why this loss is good. And every single trouble that you have throughout your day, you have to start analyzing, what good can I get out of this? Give Hashem kav zchut. 3rd, when good things happen, when a salvation comes, stop just saying Baruch Hashem. Write it down. In a little notebook, on your phone, or wherever, some place that you have easy access to at all times. So the next time you have emunah problems, you open that little book, and you see all the miracles. Just like we see all the miracles on Pesach, went from slaves to the master, we overcame idolatry over there, we left, went to the Sea of Reeds, Hashem split the ocean, we got the man, we got Shabbat, we got Torah, we got miracles, we survived the desert for 40 years, didn't have to change any clothes, had a river follow us for 40 years, and so on and so forth. That whole story, that should be yours. Write down a few things that happened to you. Oh, today, Baruch Hashem, I didn't have any money to pay the rent, but last minute, customer came in and gave me $2,000, exactly what I need. Okay, not number 1. Next day, Baruch Hashem, I made it to the appointment on time, the guy signed the deal. Baruch Hashem, I didn't have kids for 5 years, Shtabach Shemo, I'm pregnant. Baruch Hashem, my wife's about to deliver. Baruch Hashem, I got a new job. Baruch Hashem, my shoes fit. Baruch Hashem, my child is the best in class, he didn't know how to spell last year. And so on and so forth. Good stuff happens, write it down. Why? So when the Satan from the Emunah department shows up, you say, hey, stop right there. I got proof Hashem is real. I got proof Hashem is real. Go somewhere else.